Hello and welcome back to my Devil May Cry 5 Hell in Hell S-Rank guide. This is mission 15, Divergent Point Nero. If you've gotten this far, the tricky parts of Hell in Hell is pretty much over. For Nero, there's just this mission and Virgil, which is very easy with Nero left. Now, this mission is pretty indulgent too, although the first fight can be a bit tricky, but you can take up to 2 hits or just restart, since it's in the very beginning of the level. The fights thereafter against the behemoths and the Hell Judecca and his minions aren't anything to worry about at all. Both the behemoths and the Hell Judecca is very easy enemies to fight with Nero if you stick to the established baseline for those specific enemies. And for the boss Malphas, it's just a regular boss baseline and utilizing the maximum bet devil trigger technique on very specific moments during the fight. Doing the baseline and the maximum bet on Malphas will net you all the style points you'll need and counteract the fact that this mission can be a bit tricky in terms of style points because of the Hell Judecca, who is a hard enemy to consistently net style points against. So this mission gives you 2 options on where to go. And I would recommend that you stick to the downward path, since there aren't any spikes there. So just go down, don't use the wire snatch point. And then just jump past this with the Gerbera, like this. You do the 2 air hikes, and then you just Gerbera. You skip all the enemies here. And make sure you don't hit the Pyrobat with the Gerbera, because that will initiate a fight and you will be ranked on it. So if you hit a Pyrobat here, just restart the mission. And this fight can be a bit tricky. I would suggest you focus on the big Baphomet, like we usually do. But I'm just doing the baseline there, anticipating that after I've done a few attacks, it will regain his shield and teleport away. And it teleported out of the camera, so I immediately snatched up the chaos, gained maximum height, and started doing the baseline. And I failed the pay line jump cancel there, so I got exposed to danger. And now all the enemies are on the camera, so I'm just trying to wail as much as possible on the big Baphomet and get his shield off. And there, 2 baseline sequences got it, and then it's just chaos now. So when you got the Baphomet out of the way, this fight is nothing to worry about. Just do the camera manipulation technique and snatch up the chaoses, and they will never spin. And the next fight is against 2 behemoths. And the baseline for that enemy is just being very aggressive and grabbing when you knock off their armor. And when you grab an enemy, other enemies can attack you. But I've done this mission probably a dozen times. And while I was grabbing the behemoth, the other behemoth, it has never ever attacked me, so don't worry about that. Just grab away. And I'm skipping the Scudo Angelus here. Because since mission 8, I don't trust the getting style points on optional fight, and I don't trust Capcom about that anymore. But here comes the 2 behemoths. I'm just waiting for it to spawn, then I caliber towards it, activate Devil Trigger and start wailing to get his armor off. And there, I got the armor off, and I'm now grabbing, turning off Devil Trigger so I have it ready for the next behemoth. Or I mean the next phase of the behemoth. There, I got the Devil Trigger back from just attacking it, so now I'm just repeating it on the same behemoth. And as you see here now, I try to stick to its side. because the only attack it can do when you're at the side is that it lifts up its leg, and that attack is telegraphed and very easy to dodge. So if you see the behemoth lift up its leg when it has its armor on, just jump to the other side of the behemoth. And it started to run around now, so I'm just doing the double jump and shooting, just to be safe. And there you go. This fight is absolutely nothing to worry about at all, if you stick to the baseline. And I got 200 style points over what we need. And next is the Held Judekia, and then it's just Malphas. You can skip this fight here, so it's not a good fight to get style points on, so I always skip it. And the baseline against the Held Judekia is you take care of its minions first, and then you leave the Held Judekia for last, and then you just Devil Trigger launch it. So I'm just doing the baseline now on the Caninas and the Antinoras. And the better you exceed, the faster it will go. Shooting, jump cancelling on the Hell Antinora, grabbing when the charges run out. Then I just snatch up a Canina to stay in the air. And as you see here, I'm using the wire snatch just to stay in the air, even though both the Hell Judekia and the Antinora have power armor. I just wire snatch to stay in the air. And now it's just the now it's just the Hell Judekia left. So I'm trying to Devil Trigger launch it, but I was too early there. You have to wait for it to attack, and after it has attacked, you can Devil Trigger launch it. But now it's summoning, so now I can easily Devil Trigger launch it. And I failed the grab there because I didn't shoot in between. So don't do what I do and play bad. Just after you've Devil Trigger launched the Hell Judekia, shoot one time, and then you can grab it successfully. And I still have all the style points I need to get the S rank at the end of the mission. And Malphas, if you do the baseline I mentioned in the intro, you will easily get all the style points you need. And Malphas is not a hard fight if you know how to dodge her frenzy chicken attack, as I call it. But the baseline here is the same for Artemis. We're waiting for her to do all her attacks, and then after she has done her attacks, we caliber towards her and start wailing at her. So now she comes out of her attacks, caliber towards her, start wailing. She goes back into her attacking pattern. So I'll just wait for it to end, then I'll caliber towards her again, as you're seeing here. And I'm gonna do a big mistake here. The frenzy chicken face is usually before as you see here now, she goes frenzy, and I'm not noticing it because there's usually a cutscene before she goes frenzy. So I'm gonna take a hit here. But after this fight is done and we've gotten the rank, I'm gonna show you how to dodge that move. Because it wouldn't be much of a guide if I didn't know what to do on the bosses. So you're gonna see here how you dodge it. You do all the air hikes, and then you just Gerbera to the side, and her frenzy chicken face will never ever hit you. And there she came out of it. So I'll just go back to the baseline now. Caliber towards her, start wailing. There she came out of her attack. She's doing a lot of attacks now, so I'm just dodging to the side. And she summons spikes in the air. Be mindful of that. If you see those spikes in the air, just Gerbera to the side, and they won't hit you. And now she's frenzied again. So what you saw there, I did the double air hikes, and then I'm just shooting her. And now I'm getting a few attacks in between. She's stunned there. So I'm just doing a few attacks, and then I'm grabbing her to do maximum damage. And then I just caliber towards her again. You have a time here to get a few attacks in. As you see, man, I'm just waiting for her to attack, and then I caliber towards her and wail at her. Now she's frenzied again, and I take another hit. But I'm gonna show you a no damage run of this fight after we've gotten the rank. So you know how to dodge her, and you don't have any reason to be nervous. But now you see here, she has little HP left. She's stunned. So I'm just doing the maximum bet. This will end the fight, and it will give me a lot of style points. So save Devil Trigger for when she has low HP and she is stunned. And then you just caliber towards her, activate Devil Trigger, and do a maximum bet on her to do a lot of damage and get style points. And there's the S. Now I'm just going to show you this fight again. A no damage take on this fight. And it's exactly the same as what you just saw. I'm just going to focus on dodging her frenzied chicken face. And I failed the caliber and did a pay line instead, but it got the job done. And if you have over 5,500 style points coming into this fight, if you're not comfortable with the strats I show you here, you can just shoot her, as long as you do the maximum bet when she's stunned. And as you saw there, the cutscene came now, and then I was focusing on that she will come into her frenzied chicken face. So I see here, I'm doing the double jump, and then I just Gerbera to the side and shoot to dodge it. Double jump, Gerbera, and shoot, and that's how you dodge it. You're completely safe from that attack. Just focus on that. When you see the cutscene, that's when she's going to initiate her crazy chicken face. And here I'm just seeing how much damage I can do without grabbing. See if it's better or not to grab. And I think it does pretty much the same amount of damage. Here comes the crazy chicken face again. So I'm gonna double jump. And then just Gerbera and shoot her. And that usually stuns her on her second phase, as long as you do damage to her. And as you see, I've also taken 2 hits prior to this fight, just to show you that you don't have any reason to worry about style points or failing the mission, even if you take hits. She's doing her ultimate, so it's just doing some free damage. Now, after I've stunned her out of her ultimate, I'm gonna do the maximum bet and end the fight. As you're gonna see now, I'm just doing the maximum bet, ending the fight. I think it will get me up to a triple S. I'm not sure. Yes, I got a triple S there and netted a lot of style points. And there's TS rank. Now it's just Virgil left with Nero.